welcome to Let's Banter Football. This is your host, Mr. Angeli Chooks. I'm here to analyze a couple of things. Number one is Eric Ten Hag. He is the reason I'm here today. A lot of people think that he should get sacked, but a couple of us that know the in-depth of football, we think Eric Ten Hag is still the right man to be in Manchester United. It takes some coaches time to kickstart their stay in any club. Take, for instance, Sir Alex Ferguson, the great Sir Alex Ferguson of Manchester United. It took him a couple of years before he won his first trophy. They had patience for him, and he turned out to be the greatest coach that United has ever had, and one of the greatest coaches of the world. And we are not giving Eric Ten Hag that same courtesy. Arsenal gave Arteta a couple of years, though in his first season he won the FA Cup, but he came fifth, and he didn't make top four a couple of years before he started doing well, and now he's a title contender. Last season he was great, he came second. This season he is doing well. So what is up with these guys that want Eric Ten Hag out? I don't understand it. Let's do statistics. Now, they said if Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes place, rumors are saying that he is considering bringing in Potter or a couple of other coaches. There are a couple of other coaches that they mentioned, but I want to use Potter as my case study. Now, let's not forget, Potter was a great coach at Brighton and Wolves Albion. He was doing wonderfully well in the club before Chelsea decided to sack Thomas Tuchel and take him. Now remember, Tuchel was the person that led them to the victory in Champions League. The one that Champions League final, the one against Man City, when Havertz got an assist from Mason Mount and scored the only goal for the finals, and they won that Champions League. But things were not moving with Chelsea very well, and they decided to sack Thomas Tuchel. Now, listen very carefully. Most of the time, it is not about the club. It's not about the coach, sorry. Most of the time, the structure of the club and the structure above the manager is what disrupts the effectiveness and efficiency of the team. Now, take for example, Chelsea have changed 4 coaches. After Tuchel, they brought in Potter, and after Potter did not do well, they brought in Lampard. After Lampard, now it's Pochettino. And Pochettino, even in his present state, has not brought Chelsea to the limelight. Now, was sacking Thomas Tuchel the right move? Now, clubs need to consider that sometimes the problem is not with the manager. The problem is with the structure of the club. When the structure is not good, just as it is in Manchester United right now, where everybody is saying sack Ten Hag. Okay, today we went to Anfield. Everyone thought that we were going to be battered. Everyone thought that we were going to be destroyed today at Anfield. We went there and got a draw. It doesn't happen every time. You know, our recent form and the form that we have had coming out from Champions League, being the bottom of the table, everyone thought that Liverpool was going to destroy us. And also coupled with the fact that they beat us 7-0 last season at Anfield. So nobody believed that Manchester United could do it. But today, we did not get a win. We had a couple of chances which we missed, but we got a draw at Anfield. Nobody believed it. Even Klopp himself and his players never believed that they were not going to beat us. But today it happened like that. I am saying let's give Eric Ten Hag some time. Now, bringing in Potter, if we sack Eric Ten Hag, mind you, I don't think Manchester United would have sacked Eric Ten Hag if he had lost against Liverpool. But let's say Ratcliffe comes in and the rumors are true and he brings in Potter. Do you think it would be any different? Because Chelsea wasn't not doing so well, and they sacked Tuchel and brought in Potter. He did not do much. In fact, it got worse. So why do you think that Potter will work in United when the structure also is not good? You think changing the manager is the right move? No, I don't think so. Changing the manager is not the right move at all. But what I want to bring now is the stats. Now, during our time during Tuchel's time, he was sacked and Potter came in. The club was losing more games than they lost when Tuchel was around. I bet you if we sack Ten Hag today and bring in Potter or any other coach, we will keep losing. Then there might be a bounce back if it is at the end of the season. You get him a couple of players that he wants, that the new coach wants. There may be a bounce back. And after the first season, the same thing that happens in Manchester United. When you bring in a coach and the coach does well in the first season, and from the second season, it starts fumbling, will still happen. Other coaches have been given time. Example, Arteta. Even when Sir Alex Ferguson joined Manchester United, why can't we accord Eric Ten Hag this same courtesy and give him time? He has the best winning ratio that any coach have had since Alex Ferguson. The best winning ratio. The stats are there for you to check. So why are these people calling for his head on the platter? He is the right man. I believe that he's going to turn things around. Yes, he's a stubborn coach. He doesn't always use the players that the fans want, selling in our midfield, which is why our midfield has been run over. And let's not forget, we have encountered basically, we are one of the clubs that have encountered basically the most injuries in Premier League. In Europe, you know, week in, week out, our players are going out. When others come back, others go out. And when others come back, others go out. A lot of injuries have happened to United. In fact, it's the worst that we have had, injury-wise. But he is still grinding out results. Yes, he has broken a lot of records in losing games that he has not. We are not supposed to lose, like getting conceding 15 goals in Champions League. But these things happen, you know. Before it gets better, it gets a lot worse, you know. So we should also give him time. Bringing in another coach or bringing in Potter is not the answer, because I bet you if you bring in Potter, the same thing that happened to Chelsea is still going to happen. Now Chelsea keeps changing managers, and even up until date, Chelsea have not gotten it right. Chelsea is still below in the table, below Manchester United in the table. Chelsea is, not doing very well. They have bought a lot of players. Chelsea have spent over £1 billion on the transfer market, but still they are still not making waves. Caicedo was a wonderful player at Brighton. He came to Chelsea. He's not doing that well. Enzo Fernandez, he was amazing in Benfica. He's now in Chelsea. They have still not gotten that midfield right. Palmer, one of their best players this season, they have still not gotten that midfield right. Sterling, one of the best players in Manchester City before he joined Chelsea, they have still not gotten the team absolutely right. Their players have been inconsistent. You talk about Modric, that was amazing in his former club. Now he's in Chelsea. He's not doing that much. Jackson is inconsistent. That one, I don't know what his problem is. Can't even score clear-cut chances. So when you want to replace a manager, you think about the things that have happened before. You think about Chelsea, how they changed their manager from Tuchel to Potter, and how it dragged them more backward. But you think about it, you think about every other factors before you call out the head of Ten Hag. Because I bet you if we lose Ten Hag, it's going to get a lot worse for us. But let's keep believing in this coach. Let's keep trusting, and let's keep trying. And this is called trial by error. We keep trying and failing. And before you know it, it will click. Just as it clicked for Arsenal with Arteta. Just as it has clicked for a lot of managers. The problem in Manchester United is a lot. Now we are getting new owner that is going to get 25% stake, and he's going to come with his director of football. There's a new CEO, new director of football. A lot of changes are going to come up in the club, and I am believing that when these things come with Eric Ten Hag, not changing the coach, having Eric Ten Hag as the captain at the helm of affairs, I believe that Manchester United is going to do amazing, and we are going to climb more heights. We are going to come back to that former glory that made us have that song. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. As the rest go marching on. Please, thank you for watching. Share, like, and subscribe to this our channel. Let's banter football. The topic for today has been Ten Hag. Give him time. Give him support, everything will come in place. Everything will fall in place. Potter is not the answer. Potter is not the answer. Neither is it Zidane or any other coach you think of out there. Give him time. He's going to get it right. The problem is of Manchester United is not the managers. Most of the problem is part of the problem is the players. You know, they are inconsistent. Some of these players have been here since the time of Luis Van Gaal. Some of these players played for Ole. Some of these players played for Ragnick. Yes, I'm not saying Ten Hag is the best manager in the whole world, but give him time. He's going to get it right. He is a very good manager. We've seen what he has done in Ajax. We've seen what he has done in his previous clubs, and I believe that he's still going to bring that mentality in Manchester United. He's already inculcating that mentality in our players, because you see the stubborn players and the players that fall out with managers, and always the club supports the managers. Now the club is turning it around and they're supporting the coach, and we are instilling discipline in these players. And it is going to come in fruition in time. It is not now. Let's give the manager some time, and we'll see that everything will fall into place. Thank you very much for watching. See you some other time.